Since 1971, the Commonwealth Fund for Technical Cooperation, the CFTC, has been working as a trusted partner, building capacity in areas of human rights, governance, health, education, and economic development, working to give nations a voice, helping to develop policy, and by providing training and expertise from within the Commonwealth family, creating ripples that change lives.
If one were to look back at the recent economic history of Guyana, towards the 1980s, the country found itself with an unsustainable debt burden. The country was essentially using as much as 90% of its government revenues to service debt, which meant that there was no fiscal space remaining for literally any other government expenditure.
The debt problem in Commonwealth low-income countries was huge. There are 40 highly indebted poor countries in the world, and a third of those were in the Commonwealth. On average, the spending on debt service, so the amount of money that the government was having to pay its creditors, was more than the governments were spending on education and health.
Public access to the most basic of social services became severely constrained. So the education system was in virtual collapse, the healthcare system was in virtual collapse. The Commonwealth is a very unique family of nations. It brings together countries that sit at the table of the G7 or the G8. On the other hand, like some of the small Caribbean islands and some of the small Pacific islands. And so the Commonwealth has provided a framework within which small developing countries, small vulnerable countries, are able to engage with large developed countries. And I will say that the Commonwealth in that regard served an extremely important avenue through which the circumstances of the most heavily indebted countries of the world could be heard and understood, and in turn could be advocated in other fora where countries like ours would not typically have a seat.
Before the debt relief, expenditure on debt service was double that on education and health. Now the situation has been completely reversed, and actually expenditure on health and education is now 5 times that of debt service. Overall, in the international debt relief process, there has been a write-off of $130 billion US.
Our debt burden now is well within the realms of sustainability. The result has been the creation of fiscal space to invest in infrastructure and to invest in social programs.